This video slash song right here sparked some controversy in the aspect of race, brought up the conversation in which is oh so needed in this Western society, this American society. Joyner Lucas, artist, creator, shout out to you, my brother. I appreciate you. This song for me is a very deep, very contemporary track right here. You got the contemporary right-wing Caucasian Republican male and the contemporary Democratic from an urban area black guy, quote unquote white, quote unquote black, and you have the perceptions, the different worlds in which they come from. This is Dame's World. Subscribe to your boy. But in regards to those perceptions, I always say that the information that we obtain varies depending on the people who we are and the environment in which we're in. And I feel like this song, this video represents the perspectives in a generalized sense of the white plight and the black plight. There's always exceptions to every rule. Not every white person thinks like this. Not every black person thinks like this. But let's break it down. You know I'm used to the bar for bar breakdowns. This is more of a song breakdown. Let's get it.
With all due respect, I don't have pity for you black niggas. That's the way I feel. Screaming Black Lives Matter, all the black guys rather be deadbeats than pay your bills. Yelling nigga this and nigga.
If you have been accustomed or around a contemporary white society, the stereotype of a lazy black man has been portrayed and will be portrayed if you watch Fox News. Ironically, the Republican watches Fox News.
Nigga that. Call everybody nigga and get a nigga mad. As soon as I say nigga, then everyone react. Wanna swing at me and call me racist cause I ain't black.
Facts. You've heard the white male say, why can't I say nigga? If you watch one of my videos prior to, I got a white guy saying, Mark Dice, who just wants to say nigga so bad and feels like it's racist if he can't say it.
You pound that then. Talking about slavery like you was around back then. Like you was picking cotton off the fucking ground back then. Like you was on the plantation getting down back then. Alright.
Slavery isn't over. You guys don't experience racism. Slavery isn't over. Just another argument from the white right.
I see a black man aiming his gun, but I'd rather see a black man claiming his son. And I don't mean just for one day and you done.
Another stereotype that black people aren't good fathers, even though the stats don't back it. But yet again, I'm not racist. He's going to say he's not racist, but it's just two different worlds, two different perspectives. From someone opposing this perspective, it's definitely racist.
I mean, you still trapped in a rut. I work my ass off and pay my taxes for what? So you can keep living on free government assistance, food stamps for your children, but you still trying to sign up for some weed and some liquor or a fucking babysitter while you party on the road because you ain't got no fucking gold.
He ripping that shit too. And it's all contemporary to today's society. You assume the black person is on welfare. You assume they sell their EBT for liquor and drugs. This is really, I'm telling you, from anecdotal experience, from consensus, this is the opinion of black people in general, by not only white people, but Western society in general. But yeah, man, he's killing it.
You already late. You motherfuckers need to get your damn priorities straight. Wait. It's like you're proud to be fake, but you lazy as fuck. And you rather sell drugs than get a job and be straight. And then you turn around and complain about the poverty rate. The fuck out of my face. You can't escape problems. You can pray for some change, but can't break a dollar. Got nobody else to blame, so you blame Donald. You fuck the world with a Make America Great condom. My boy's been back. I'm not racist. My sister's boyfriend's black.
We know that typical stereotype as if racism is conceptual. So it is the ideas you obtain that make you a racist by someone else's perception. It's not the fact that you have a black friend. If that's your definition, it is in your world. But for a guy like me, racism is the ideas you conceive that believe someone to be subhuman. Like if you listen to how he's saying and how he's talking to him, he's calling them lazy, like it's a genetic defect. He's calling them basically a detriment to society. He's wasting his tax dollars on this black guy.
I'm not racist. My sister-in-law's baby cousin Tracy got a brother and his girlfriend's black. My head's in the cloud. Heard there's not enough jobs for all the men in your house. Maybe we should build a wall to keep the Mexicans out. Or maybe we should send them all to the ghetto for now. I'm not racist.
We know people who claim they're not racist who will say build a wall. We know it. But it's all perception. That's why I love this video. It's two different worlds trying to come together and clash and get an understanding, or at least try to get a better idea of the other one's side. Because that's what this shit is about, coming to an understanding. Because even though we have racists with good intent, that's what we have to understand. It's not all mad, hateful racists. Like this white person displayed right here to me is a racist with good intent. He really probably means well, but his ideas prohibit people of color.
And I never lied, but I think there's a disconnect between your culture and mine. I worship the Einsteins, studied the Steve Jobs, but you ride Tupac's dick like he was a fucking god. Oh my god! And all you care about is rapping and stunting and being ratchet, and that's the nigga within you. Music right in your brain is slowly...
Right there, just saying we live on a low level. We inferior. That's a racist ideal. Even though he says, I'm not racist. Shout out Joyner Lucas again.
Start to convince you, then you let your kids listen, and then the cycle continues. Blame it all on the menu, blame it on those drinks, blame it on everybody except for your own race, blame it on white privileges, blame it on white kids, and just blame it on white citizens, aim at the vice president. Bunch of class clowns. Niggas kneeling on the field, that's a flag down. How dare you try to make demands for this money, you gon'
The Republican white man doesn't like that kneeling, doesn't like that sign. For the general, in a general sense, always exceptions. Dame's world, it's always exceptions, baby.
show us some respect, you gon' stand for this country, nigga. I'm not racist.
Let it slip. I actually had some white quote-unquote friends who let that shit slip. I was like, ooh, nigger. They let it slip every now and then.
I'm just prepared for this type of war. I heard Eminem's rap at the awards. Who's he fighting for? Y'all can take that motherfucker too. He ain't white no more. It's like you want to be so famous. You'll do anything for attention and a little payment. I can't take you nowhere without people pointing fingers. Pants hanging off your ass. You ain't got no home training. Put your fucking pants up, nigga. Put that suit back on. Take that do-rag off. Take that goat out your mouth.
Ethnocide, strip the whole culture. This is what racism is too. But he says I'm not racist. His interpretation might mean I'm not hateful.
Quit the pitiful stuff, and then maybe police and stop killing you. Fuck you, what the fuck? I'm not racist. It's like we're living in the same building but split into two floors. I'm not racist. But there's two sides to every story. I wish that I knew yours.
And this is where I say the video kind of isn't contemporary realism. It isn't as realistic because people don't wish to know the other side. People claim their side to be the right one. That's why the connection stagnates. People claim that their side is the right one. It's all perspective. We intend to connect and get a better vibe, so this would be ideal.
I wish that I knew yours. I'm not racist. I swear.
I swear.
With all disrespect, I don't really like you white motherfuckers. That's just where I'm at. Screaming all lives matter is a protest to my protest. What kind of shit is that? And that's one war you'll never win. The power in the word nigga is a different sin. We shouldn't say it, but we do, and that's just what it is. But that don't mean that you can say it just because you got nigga friends. Nigga.
It's almost in a sense, the black side in this video is protecting his culture or explaining or justifying his existence. Like, I do what I do. I say nigga because that's just in our culture. And you can't condemn that. You don't know our culture. So it's almost trying to defend his stance. This is what racism is. It has a lot of people of color defending their position.
That word was originated for you to keep us under. And when we use it, we know that's just how we greet each other. And when you use it, we know there's a double meaning under. And even if I wasn't...
Well, nigga, meaning homie. I got a video about the N-word with Mark Dice. Check that out. But I know that some people take the other connotation to it. Nigga meaning 3/5, less than human. So when other people say it, it's a different outlook.
Picking cotton physically, that don't mean I'm not infected by the history. My grandmama was a slave. That shit gets to me, and you ain't got no motherfucking sympathy, you pussy nigga. I'm sorry, you can never feel my life. Trying to have faith, but I never felt alright. It's hard to elevate when this country's ran by whites, judging me by my skin color and my blackness. Trying to find a job, but ain't nobody call me back yet. Now I gotta sell drugs and put food in my cabinet. You crackers ain't slick, this is all a part of your tactics. Don't talk about no motherfucking taxes when I ain't making no dough. You think you know everything, but you don't. You wanna copy our slang and everything that we know. Trying to steal black culture and make it your own. Whoa. Fuck, I'm exhausted. I can't even drive without the cops trying to start shit. I'm tired of this systematic racism bullshit. All you do is false shit. This the shit that I'm false with. And you don't know shit about my people. That's what bothers you. You don't know about no fried chicken or no barbecue. You don't know about the two-step or no loose change. You don't know about no 2 chains or no Kool-Aid. You don't know.
Just saying you don't know the culture in which we were brought up on. That's actually American culture as opposed to quote unquote Black American culture. You know what I'm saying? Africans in America, Kool-Aid and all that shit. You got black all around the world. That's American culture. But he's just trying to explain this culture that many people denigrate, the lifestyle in which people of color live. So I love this video. It exploits both sides and both positions on how they see the other.
And even though Barack was half as black, you hated President Obama. I know that's a fact. You can't wait to get him out and put a cracker back. And then you gave us Donald Trump, and that was payback for that. I'm not racist. I never lied, but I noticed a disconnect between your culture and mine. Yeah, I praised Tupac like he was a fucking god. He was fighting for his life way before he fucking died, nigga. Died, nigga. And all you care about is money and power and being ugly, and that's the cracker.
The prejudices that a black person may have, it goes both ways. Money and power, you say a white person only cares about that based on their perception. That's how they see it. There's no wrongness, there's no rightness. It's just two different worlds. That's why I love this video. It shows perspective in a great, vast way, man. That nigga say you love power and you ugly.
Your brain is slowly start to convince you, then you teach it to your children until the cycle continues. Blame it on Puerto Rico, blame it on OJ, blame it on everybody except for your own race. Blame it on black niggas and blame it on black citizens. Aim at the black businesses. I ain't saying I'm innocent, but
I think one of the key things to note in this video, they both say that they blame it on something else aside from themselves. So there's accountability for both parts. Like racism, for me, it's a one-sided issue as far as racism, but there are some things that we can do to improve the perception, even though we shouldn't have to, but there's always things every side can do to improve and better relations. You know what I'm saying?
I might be any day now, treating everybody how you want in any way how. I swear North Korea about to bomb us any day now, and now I'm ducking every time I hear a fucking plane now. Shit. You know I make a lot of sense, but you just can't admit it. When Eminem went against Trump, that was the illest. Cause even though he's white, he let us know he's standing with us. I'm not racist, but I cry a lot. You don't know what it's like to be in a frying pot. You don't know what it's like to mind your business and get stopped by the cops. And I know if you about to die or not. You worry about your life.
Real
so
shit.
Mine. I love you, but I fucking hate you at the same time. I wish we could trade.
If I could break that down, I love you, but I hate you. I love you in spirit. You're a human. But I hate your ideals and what you've let yourself become. To hate me. I hate anything that hates. But I still love you. I want what's best for you.
Change lives so we can understand each other more, but that'll take time. I'm not racist. It's like we living in the same building but split into both sides. I'm not racist.
And just from my perspective, I don't think the black person can be racist in a sense in which I define racism as subhuman, because we've never had the perception of a white male to be subhuman, less than human. Now, prejudice, you damn straight. Can be prejudiced and a motherfucker have assertion to say a white man likes power, but there's no subhuman notions. On the flip side, racism was created against black folks to make them and deem them subhuman. So there's a big difference in racism. So when the black person says I'm not racist, he shouldn't have to say that. You know, that's just my take, but this is your boy Dame. You got this video, man. Joyner Lucas, classic in my eyes. I'm not racist, controversial, will spark many opinions. I want to know what y'all think on the video. I'm not racist, Dame. Dame's World. Fuck with me.